now time for Learning with Miss Pierce for Tuesday, Tuesday, September. So we're not in August anymore, we're in September 1st. So today is the first day of September and it is a Tuesday. All right, so for our handwriting lesson today, we are going to be working on the letter G. And G says G, like gorilla. So we're working on the letter G, gorilla. So let's first look at how we are going to write the uppercase first. And the uppercase G is kind of like writing the uppercase C, except we're going to add this little over line right here. We're going to add this little line that goes into it. So you start, here's our top line, and you start a little bit below that, and you curve around all the way to the bottom, and then up to the middle line. So kind of like the letter C, but then we're going to come straight in. Again, here's the top line. We go a little bit below that. We curve around all the way to the bottom and up to the middle line and curve and come straight in. You don't curve in, you come straight in. So when you get to this line here, you're going to stop with your pencil and then draw a line inward, kind of like you're going into the mouth of the G. I'm going to show you again. Here's the top line. You go a little bit below. You curve around all the way to the bottom, come up to the middle line, stop, and then come straight in. And that's your letter G. G says G. Let me show you again. So here's our top line. You go a little bit below that. You curve around all the way to the bottom, and then to that middle line. Then you stop with your pencil, and then come straight in. Now if you don't stop, let's say you curve around and you don't stop, that line isn't going to be very straight. It's going to be a little bit curved, and we don't want it to be curved. We want it to have a nice corner right there. So this is not what we want. We don't want our uppercase G to look like that. So here's the top line. You come a little bit below, you curve around, come to the middle, stop, and then come straight over. And remember, we're going to need our journals. So go ahead and grab your journal and grab your pencil for your writing journal and your pencil. And make sure you got your crayons too so we can illustrate. And we're on the first line, so we're going to illustrate our uppercase G's first. So here's the top line. Go a little bit below that. Curve around all the way to the bottom, kind of like the letter C, but come up to that middle line, stop, and come straight over. See how nice and sharp that comes over? It's not curved. So we want that nice and sharp. We're going to do it again. Here's the top line. We're going to go a little bit below it, curve up and around, come to the middle line, stop, and come straight in. Now when you come straight in, you don't want to go all the way back to the outside line. That's a little bit too long. That's too long. We don't want it to look like that. You're going to curve around to the bottom, to the middle, stop, and then come in kind of like halfway. Again, this is just like the letter C, except you are coming in to the mouth of your G. I'm going to do another one. Here's your top line. Go a little bit below that. Curve around to the bottom and then back to the middle. Stop and come straight in. So you go ahead, add a few more uppercase G's on your journal line. Stop and come straight in. And that middle line can really help you make this straight so that it looks nice and neat. How are yours looking? Good? Thumbs up? Good. Okay, I'm going to go back to our handwriting, and we are going to now work on the lowercase g. We're going to work on the lowercase g. Alright, so a lowercase g, you can kind of begin to write a lowercase a. Remember the lowercase a, it was around and then straight down? But instead of stopping here, for the lowercase g, you're just going to come down and hook. So you're kind of using what you already learned. Here's the middle line. You come a little bit down, you curve around like the letter A, come straight down, but keep going and hook. So a lot of the letters that we did learn and are going to learn will help us write other letters. So here's the middle line. We're going to curve around, go straight down like the letter A, but keep going and hook. See how I picked my finger up and it kind of left this little mark here? We don't want to pick our pencil up when we're doing it. We want it to be one nice smooth movement. You don't have to pick your pencil up at all when you're doing the lowercase g. Let's watch that again. We're going to go around like the A, come straight down, and then hook. It's looking good. And you don't want your around to be really small. Remember, you want to use your writing line. See how small my around is? I want my around to take up this whole bottom part of my writing lines. And hook. And we also don't want it really big. That's not what that lowercase g should look like. That's why we have those writing lines to help us make it look really perfect. I'm going to do it again. Come around like the letter A, straight down and hook. And make sure to leave your hook, right here. Can you see my hook is open? It doesn't go all the way up to the line. It's open right there. You go around, straight down, and hook. That one's a little small. I want to redo that one. I'm going to go around. Here's the middle line, then to the bottom line, and hook. Here's the middle line. Go a little bit below that. Curve around, then to the bottom, straight down, and hook. Are you ready to write your lowercase g's in your journal? Good. Here we go. So your first line has your uppercase g's. Now we're on the next line. Remember, start a little bit below the middle line and curve around, straight down, and hook. That's a good looking G. Let's do another one. Around, straight down, and hook. How are your G's looking? Mine is a little open right there, so I wanna close that up. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Curve around, down, and hook. These aren't too hard, right? I think you got this. Around, down, and hook. Yeah, that's looking fantastic. Around, down, and hook. Remember to leave that open. We don't want that hook to go all the way back up. We need to leave that open. We don't want it looking like that. Let's do another one. Around, down, and hook. I think we're doing a fantastic job. Aren't we, Mrs. J?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, maybe not that one. Look at that one. That one's too big. But I can erase it. That's why we write with our pencils, so we can erase and do better. Okay, that looks good. Are you ready to illustrate some things with the letter G sound? So go ahead and grab your crayons. Grab your crayons. And I'm going to give you some clues for what we're going to illustrate. So something that starts with the G, with the G sound. It's something you eat. It's a fruit. Do you know what we're going to illustrate? Starts with the G, G, G sound. It's a fruit and it's something you eat. Do you already know what it is? I'll give you another clue. It's round. Do you know what it is? Grapes. We're going to illustrate some grapes. So grapes can be what colors? They can be purple or they can be green. I'm going to do purple. Even though green grapes are my favorite. I like green grapes a lot, just like I like green apples. Alright, so let's illustrate one bunch of grapes. So to do that, I'm just gonna illustrate some circles. And then some more circles, but these circles are actually gonna be in the shape of a triangle. Just like that. How's that look? Yeah? And let me grab my brown for the stem. Or actually, the stems are actually green, I think, usually, aren't they? What are they, Miss J? Are they green or brown?
I'd say like a brown.
Brown, okay. Let me get my brown. I'm gonna use a lighter brown. Because the grapes, they've got to connect to all the other grapes, right? Now I'm going to color my grapes in with the purple. Oh yeah, those look really good. I like using grapes in fruit salad too. Do you like eating fruit salad where it's a whole lot of different fruits mixed up? Lucas likes it when I add marshmallows to the fruit salad. It's like a little sweet treat in there with all of that tasty fruit. I'm going to draw some green grapes too, because green starts with the letter G too. So let me get some green grapes. Maybe like this color. Same shape, because I'm doing the bunch. So 3 on top, 2 in the middle, and 1 on bottom. Then my brown stem. Then I'm going to color those in. How are your grapes looking? Scrumptious, good, delicious. G for grapes. These grapes look great. Yeah, they do. Then I'm going to write the word grapes. G-R-A-P-E-S. Grapes. I'm going to write it under my purple ones too. G-R-A-P-E-S. Grapes. So don't forget to take a picture of your G's, that say g, and your illustrated grapes, and send a picture to me. Alright, my darlings, that's the end of our writing lesson for Tuesday, September 1st. Bye, guys.